Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. It is a beautiful day to learn something new. I am Mr. J, and as always, I am here to help you feel more comfortable with your English.
And I'm May. Hi, Mr. J. I am so excited for today's topic. I've been using my phone to do this all week, and honestly, it's a game changer.
I can tell you're excited, May, and you're right, it is a game changer. Today, we are talking about a very special way to practice your English speaking. We are talking about practicing with AI, specifically using tools like Gemini Live or ChatGPT's voice mode.
It's like having a best friend who is a robot and never gets tired of your mistakes. For many of our listeners at the A2 or B1 level, speaking is the scariest part, right? You know the words in your head, but when you open your mouth, poof, they disappear.
Exactly. Many students feel nervous talking to a real person because they are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. But an AI doesn't judge. It's a safe space to practice. You can say the same sentence 10 times, and the AI will still listen patiently.
Yes, and that's why today's episode is so important. We're going to show you exactly how to use these apps to improve your fluency and confidence. But before we dive into the how-to, we have a small favor to ask.
That's right. If you find our lessons helpful, please take a second to hit the subscribe button and give us a like. It really helps our channel grow so we can keep making these lessons for you.
Go ahead, click it. We'll wait. Okay, done? Great. Now, Mr. J, tell us, what makes these live modes different from just typing a message to an AI?
That is a great question, May. When you type, you have time to think and check your grammar. But when you use the live voice mode, it's a real-time conversation. You have to listen, understand, and reply quickly.
It feels much more real, doesn't it? It's like a phone call. And the best part is, the technology has improved so much. The voices sound very human now. They even say, or oh, sometimes.
They do. And for a beginner, this is perfect because you can ask the AI to slow down or use simple words. It's a customized teacher that lives in your pocket.
I love that. A teacher in your pocket. But I have to ask, isn't it a bit weird? I mean, talking to a phone in my living room? My cat looks at me like I'm crazy.
It might feel a little strange at first, May, but think of it as a warm-up for the real world. If you can talk to an AI for 10 minutes, you will feel much more confident when you have to talk to a real person at a cafe or in an office.
That makes sense. It's like practicing your swing before a big baseball game. So how do we actually start? If I open the app right now, what is the first thing I should do?
Well, the first step is setting the right environment in the chat. You don't just start talking about the weather unless you want to. You should give the AI a role. For example, you can say, "Hey, I want to practice English. Can you act like a friendly waiter at a restaurant?"
Oh, I see. So you give the AI a job to do. That makes it much easier to know what to say.
Precisely. In the next part, we will look at the specific settings and the best prompts you can use to start your first session.
I have ideas for roles. Maybe a job interviewer or someone at the airport help desk. That would be so useful.
Exactly, May. Those are perfect examples. The role-play technique is the best way to start because it gives the conversation a clear goal. If you're a beginner, you need a goal so you don't run out of things to say.
That's so true. Sometimes I just say hi, and then I don't know what to do next. But if I say, you are a doctor and I have a headache, the conversation just flows. But, Mr. J, what if I make a mistake? Will the AI tell me?
It won't tell you unless you ask it to. This is a very important tip for our listeners. Before you start the live mode, you should tell the AI, please correct my grammar after I speak, or if I say something wrong, please tell me a better way to say it.
Oh, that is a great tip. So it's not just talking, it's actually learning. I usually tell my AI, please use simple English because I am a beginner. Does that help?
It helps a lot. Tools like Gemini and ChatGPT are very smart. They can change their vocabulary to match your level. If you say, talk to me like I'm a 10-year-old, they will use very easy words. If you want a challenge, you can ask them to use business English.
Maybe I'll stick to the 10-year-old level for now. It's much more relaxed. What about the speed? Sometimes they talk so fast and I get lost.
I understand. In the settings of most of these apps, you can choose different voices. Some voices sound slower and clearer than others. But the best part is, in live mode, you can simply interrupt and say, wait, can you say that again more slowly? Or, what does that word mean?
Wait, I can interrupt a robot? I thought that was rude.
Not at all. That is the beauty of it. It is the perfect place to practice clarification phrases. Phrases like, could you repeat that? Or, I don't understand. Can you explain? These are phrases we use every day with real people.
That is so helpful. I always feel bad asking real people to repeat themselves 3 times, but a phone doesn't have feelings. It doesn't get annoyed.
Exactly. Another tip is to use the transcribed feature later. After you finish your conversation, you can usually go back and read the text of everything you said and everything the AI said.
Oh, wow. So I can see my mistakes in writing? That's like having a transcript of my own life. I can look at the words I struggled to pronounce or the grammar I got wrong.
Precisely. It's a great way to review your lesson. I recommend practicing for just 5 or 10 minutes a day. Consistency is more important than doing a long hour once a week.
5 minutes sounds easy. I can do that while I'm making coffee or waiting for the bus.
It is very easy. And to show everyone how it works, why don't we try a little practice session ourselves?
I was hoping you would say that. I'm ready. What's the scenario?
Okay, let's start the role play. Imagine the live mode is on right now.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm walking into the hotel right now. Let's do this.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Grand Forest Hotel. How can I help you today?
Hello, I would like to check in, please. My name is May Miller. I have a reservation.
Let me check that for you, Miss Miller. Yes, I see your name here, but oh dear, it looks like there is a small problem.
A problem? Oh no, what is wrong? Is the room not ready?
Well, the room you booked, the Queen Suite with the balcony, had a water leak this morning. It is not safe to stay there right now. I am very sorry for the trouble.
Oh, a water leak? That is bad, but I am very tired from my flight. Do you have another room for me? I really need to sleep.
I understand completely. Because of the mistake, we can move you to a standard room for tonight. It doesn't have a balcony, but it is very quiet. Also, we will give you free breakfast for your whole stay to say sorry. Does that sound okay to you?
Free breakfast? I love breakfast. Yes, that is okay.
But can I have a discount on the price, too, because the room is smaller?
That is a very fair request. Yes, I can give you a 20% discount on the room rate for tonight. Shall I go ahead and print your key card?
Yes, please. Thank you so much for your help.
And scene. Great job, May. You handled that problem perfectly.
Thank you. I actually felt a little bit nervous when you said there was a water leak. My heart started beating faster.
That's actually a good thing. That feeling means your brain is fully engaged. When you practice with AI like this, your brain starts to treat the English language as a real tool for solving problems, not just a school subject.
I noticed something, though. When you said water leak, I wasn't 100% sure what it meant at first, but I guessed it from the context. If I were talking to a real AI, I could have stopped and asked, right?
Exactly. You could have said, "Wait, what does leak mean?" And the AI would explain it simply. This is how you build active vocabulary.
I also liked how I had to negotiate for a discount. I'm getting better at asking for what I want in English.
You really are. And notice how we used simple, clear sentences. At the A2 and B1 level, you don't need big words to have a successful conversation. You just need to be clear.
So, after I finish a conversation like that with my AI, what should I do next? Is there a way to make sure I remember the new words?
That is a perfect question for our final part.
Great, because I want to make sure I don't forget the word discount. It's my new favorite word.
Discount is definitely a useful word to know, May. To make sure you remember it and everything else we talked about, let's do a quick recap of our AI practice plan.
I'm ready. I've got my digital notebook out. Rule number 1. Give the AI a role. Don't just say hello. Tell it to be a waiter, a boss, or a friend at a party.
Exactly. Rule number 2, ask for help. Tell the AI at the beginning to correct your mistakes or to use simple words. It's your practice session, so you are the boss.
Rule number 3, don't be afraid to interrupt. If the AI speaks too fast, just say, "Slow down, please," or "What does that word mean?" It's much better than just nodding and pretending to understand.
And finally, rule number 4, review the transcript. After you hang up, look at the text. See which words the AI used that you didn't know. Write them down and try to use them in your next session.
That's such a solid plan, Mr. J. It makes practicing English feel like a fun game instead of a scary chore. I'm going to go talk to my pocket teacher right after we finish today.
That is the spirit. Remember, everyone, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be consistent. 5 minutes today is better than 0 minutes today.
We want to hear from you, too. If you could have a 10-minute conversation with an AI, what role would you give it? Would you talk to a famous scientist or maybe a travel agent? Let us know in the comments.
We love reading your ideas. It helps the whole community learn together. Well, that's all for today's episode. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the future of language learning.
Bye, everyone. Happy practicing.
See you next time.